The Bull's Advice. A farmer had a loyal bull that used to help him in farming. One day a bug flew into his backyard.
You work hard every day. You help the farmer plow the fields. You help them travel from place to place pulling their carts. But what do you get to eat? Just some grass and fodder. What a pity!
Dear friend, I don't have any complaints. I am very happy to serve the humans. They look after me very well.
The humans are just using you for their purpose. That's why I don't work for humans. Instead, I suck their blood. But you are so big and mighty, yet you slave for humans. Look at me, how tiny I am, but I suck their blood.
I work for the humans because they feed me well. They look after me every day. They give me shelter. They treat me if I fall sick. They pat me affectionately on my back and say loving words to me. They appreciate my gratefulness to them. They do all this because I serve them loyally.
But this is very little for what you do for them. You work day and night for them, and all they do is just pat your back. I think I am far better than you, even though I am so tiny in size. Shame on you!
You fool! Don't feel proud of yourself. The humans dislike you because you suck their blood for free. You do not help them in any way. You are a pest to humankind.
I don't care.
Without listening to the bull's advice, the bug flew off. One day, as usual, the bug sat on the farmer to suck his blood. What a silly pest! Bad deeds always have bad results. If she had been more helpful, she would not have lost her life. Moral: what we sow, so shall we reap. In a faraway land, there ruled a great king who always helped the poor and needy. The king was a person of great charity, kindness, and learning. In his kingdom lived a very poor farmer. He had a daughter who was of marriageable age, but the farmer did not have any money to get her married.
I should go to the king and ask for some money to get my daughter married.
The next day, the farmer started on his journey to meet the king.
I am hungry and tired. I should find some shade to sit and have the radish that my daughter made for my journey.
As the farmer was sitting to eat, there came a hungry dog begging for food.
This dog needs the radish more than I do to survive.
The farmer continued his journey to see the king. After traveling some more distance, he reached the king's palace.
Who are you? And what do you want from me? Oh, great king, I'm a poor farmer coming from a small village. I have to get my daughter married, but I have no money. That's why I've come to ask for some help. Good farmer, I will help you if you pledge the credit of some noble deed you have done. Oh, king, what noble deed can I do? I'm just a poor Brahmin. I fed a dog with radish on my way to the palace. I can only pledge its credit to you if it counts for anything. Let me test the nobleness of your deed. I will weigh it in the Dharma balance with gold coins. Ooh. Farmer, are you doing some magic? After heaping so many gold coins, the balance is still unmoved. Oh, King, I'm a poor farmer. What magic can I do?
The king consulted his court sage about the miracle.
King, the difference is in equality. You give away things which make no difference to you, but this Brahmin gave away something which he badly needed to stay alive. He was giving away his life to the dog to help it live. Look at him. He is still starving.
The king was so pleased with the farmer that he got the farmer's daughter married at the expense of the royal treasury. Moral: sacrifice is the soul of charity. Do good deeds and you get good results. Fortune and wisdom. The goddess of fortune and the goddess of wisdom had an argument about each other's power. I am superior to you. My worth is greater than yours. I am superior to you. Let us test it. Fortune and wisdom decided to prove their worth with an experiment on a poor farmer in a small village. First, Fortune decided to prove her worth. She converted the entire field of wheat into a harvest of pearls. The next day, the farmer was very surprised to see the miracle in his field.
I haven't seen anything like this before.
At the same time, the king, who was passing by, was amazed to see a farmer grow pearls in his field.
Oh, farmer, take the entire harvest to my palace. I will give you a lot of wealth and get you married to my daughter. Your Majesty, I am blessed to accept your wish.
After marrying the princess that night, when the princess was sitting next to the farmer, he suddenly remembered a story about a demon that used to sit next to people and eat them. Thinking that the princess was a demon in disguise, he ran out of the palace in fright. The king got very angry and ordered his men to bring the farmer back to his palace and ordered a death sentence to him. Look what you have done to the poor fellow. Now I will prove my worth. Wisdom entered into the farmer's brain. Suddenly, the farmer became alert.
Your Majesty, for what crime am I being hanged?
After being told, he realized his foolishness and cleverly thought of an excuse.
Last night I heard a drowning man cry for help from the river. I ran to save him because it's said that on a wedding day, if someone dies by drowning, we'll never be happy in our life. Whatever I did last night was for your daughter's happiness.
The king was very convinced by the explanation. Thus, wisdom proved its worth and superiority to fortune. The farmer and the princess lived happily ever after. Wisdom is fortune's security. Wisdom is more important than fortune.
The monkey's justice. There lived two cats in a village, Mithu and Bittu. Whenever they happened to meet each other, they fought for the smallest reasons. One day, as usual, both Mithu and Bittu were seen quarreling. This time, it was for a piece of cheese. It's mine, as I saw it first, said Mithu. I grabbed it first, so it's mine, said Bittu. Even though the fight went on for long, they could cannot reach a solution. A cunning monkey was watching all this from the top of a tree. He told, "Stop fighting, please. Give me the cheese and I will divide it into two." Both Mittu and Bittu agreed and gave the cheese to the monkey. He broke the cheese into two parts. Unhappy over the difference in size, he said, "I must make them both equal." So he bit off a chunk from the larger piece and ate it. He then looked at the second piece and told, "Now this one is bigger." He then bit off a chunk from the second piece, and this continued till a small piece remained. The monkey looked at the remaining piece and said, "This piece is too small to be shared. I shall have this as my share for settling your quarrel," said the monkey, and gulped it down before Mittu and Bittu could react. The monkey then jumped back to the tree and fled the scene. The two cats realized their mistake and went their way helplessly. When two quarrel, a third benefits. Once upon a time, there lived a dog in a village. Every morning he visited the backyard of the nearby houses. He thus lived on the eatables thrown out by the villagers. One day, he was unusually lucky enough to find a big bone. The dog became happy and set off for home as fast as he could. On the way, he was crossing a narrow footbridge over a stream. Suddenly, his eyes fell on his own reflection in the water. The image was as clear as that in a mirror. The greedy dog thought that it was another dog in the water and was carrying a bone even bigger than his. His greed made him act in haste. So in a bid to snatch the bigger bone from the other dog, he sprang at his own reflection in the stream. Of course, the dog found neither another dog nor a bigger bone in the water. Also, he lost his own bone, which fell from his mouth while he dived into the water. Moreover, the greedy dog found himself swimming for life. After much effort, he reached the shore and scrambled out of water. Finally, on reaching the shore, he stood a while, cursing himself for his foolish act, for he would have to search for food all over again. Think before you act.